Good evening, Facebook. How are you? It's Lucy from Coaching here. I hope you are having a fabulous evening. I'm sorry that I'm looking down. I'm sharing this to the page and getting us onto Instagram and live. As you jump on tonight, tell me how you are. Tell me what's been happening. It is Wednesday, so we're halfway through the week. Happy hump day. I hope you are having a fabulous evening. Hey Matt, hey Anne, hey Emma, how are you? I'm just going to share this and we're going to introduce ourselves on Instagram too. So I hope you are having a fabulous evening. Hey Joanne, how are you? Love technology. So the post. So tonight we're talking, and you've just noticed my cat get in the background. She's having a have a look out the window. Tonight hey Jessie, we're talking values. What are yours and what are your top? I'm just going to take my cat down. That's tonight from Maggie, guys. So what are the 5 core values that run your life? Like what you do by. And so where we're talking about this is, you know, there's different areas of life. We have, you know, there's life in general, so life and purpose. We have, then we've got, you know, relationships, business, career, you know, health, all these kinds of things. We've got different segments of our values. We have different values for each of them. So what I really want to talk about tonight, guys, is do you know what your values are? So what are the things that are really important to you? What are the things that you find like they are your core drivers? Hey, Stace, how are you, gorgeous girl? What are your core values? So what are you running your life by? And are you aware of it? So what are these things that are really important to you? This is, you know, it defines, hey, Emily, you know, the people that we're communicating with, the people that we're having in friendships, in relationships. Usually, if we have like a disagreement with someone in whatever form that might be, whether it be in a workplace or whatever, usually that's because of a value not being aligned with each other. So what's important, someone else may not think so, and that could be like a clash. So something I really want to talk about is being aware of what is actually important to you and what your values are. So you could have a list, for example, say your personal growth, which is around life. Say your values could be, you could have 20 values on that list, and they could be varying types and all kinds of different things. So and I really encourage you to write down the 5, as many as you can if you know what's actually important to you, or have a practitioner help you with this and go, okay, out of these, say 20 that might be there, maybe it's 10, maybe it's 8, whatever that number is. What are the most important 5s? So you then list every single one of them in order of importance. And then what are the top 5? So what are the core 5 values that are running, you are actually living your day-to-day life with? And so, and the reason I talk about this is because this is what we don't actually realize sometimes, that we're actually connecting the dots. So we live our lives by these core values, which means whether or not, like, we might want something, but if our values aren't aligned, or if something's not there in our values, then it's actually not going to happen. That's where self-sabotage comes in. Hey, Stephen, how are you? So, and let me tell you, like, let me give you an example of mine. So, pre-master, pre-doing my breakthroughs, my values weren't actually aligned to what I wanted in life. So, for example, I've got quite big dreams around business and quite some massive goals around what I want to achieve. But wealth for me, hey Mary, how are you? Wealth for me wasn't actually in my core values, and there was a lot of reasons against wealth. So it was more like things that I would say and this was partially to do with how I grew up. And my dad and I love him dearly, but he's old school business. Hey, Rach, so you've got to work hard for your money. If you've got a father that's anywhere between 50 and 75, you'll probably know this language. You've got to work hard for your money. Money's hard to come by. Things like that. Or got to, hey, Josh, how are you? Talk language like that. And that's what we call is away from language and not towards. So you're getting away from debt or away from poverty or away from broke, whatever it might be, if you're talking wealth, not towards abundance, towards wealth. You know, I want to be wealthy. I want to live in abundance. I want to have a prosperous life, things like that. It's a different language and it's a different thought pattern. So wealth for me wasn't actually in, and the word money for me actually had a dirty kind of connotation to it as well. So it wasn't actually in my top 5 values. Mind you, have run successful businesses, have always had the entrepreneurial flair. Like for me, it started quite young, just at 11, really making cards. There is a girl that I grew up with from primary school who will remember door knocking and selling cards when we were about 11. So the entrepreneurial journey for me has always been there. Hey, Talitha, how are you, gorgeous girl? So where this is something like, you know, if you don't have wealth in your core values, it doesn't mean you can't run a business. It just means money can tend to come in and then it can go out just as fast. So, you know, and that's exactly right, Talitha. So being raised with the thought that money is bad can turn to not necessarily getting the results that you want. So for me, wealth wasn't in my top 5. Something else that wasn't in my top 5 was health. Hey, Christy, how are you? Hey, Luke. So for those that know me personally, you know that I've been one of the biggest yo-yo dieters, and you know that I'm being a salesperson directly. You can sell anything to me as well. So, and I just wait for the MLM messages that I'll get following this also. And so, hey, Natalie, how are you? So around that particular topic, so I'm absolute yo-yo dieter, was overweight as a kid, had the thought that, you know, and if I get really personal tonight, you know, year 9 was a shapely year for me. There's some people that will know that will probably see this video post is purging was a big thing, eating disorders, that kind of thing. Because I wanted to be skinny or I wanted to be like the other girls. And the school I went to didn't have very many students. So in regards to comparison, it was ridiculous. So I've been a yo-yo dieter all my life. Now, so health for me was about not being fat or not, you know, I don't want to look like that, things like that. So negative language, again, connected. Changing that language into a positive, so going towards, I want to be fit, I want to be healthy, I want to be able to move freely, things like that. It's a different connotation there towards your values, so that means you're actually going to make them happen. So for me, I had to, here are my top 5. My top 5 now are love, health, wealth, empowerment, and giving to others. So, sorry, I missed one, and the relationships. So relationships and giving to others. Health and wealth had to be put into my values list so that they were going to happen. So that now I make the decisions of growth. This is a particular area that I worked on specifically for me. That everything that I do is in conjunction with my goals and what I'm wanting to achieve from life. Hey, Mark, how are you? So my values are now aligned with what exactly I want, and therefore they're actually happening. So you're making different choices. So for me, I exercise daily, things like that. And for those that have up on the window again, everyone, that's Maggie. So yeah, around that particular thing. So those that know me know that I set a goal in July that it was, and if you knew me previously, I hated running. I was the kid that was late for school to avoid the school, running around the oval after the assembly. You also probably knew that I really tried to be sick on athletics days. I also tried avoiding that's the one. Hated these things. Hated. Loved athletics. Didn't love running. Hated running. So in July, decided bugger it with my good friend Kim, who's also a master trainer as well, that would do a marathon. Now, I'd never ran a 5K run, let alone a marathon. We decided, okay, well, let's do it. Kim had already planned she was doing hers for her birthday in July, and I just said, stuff it, I'll do it in January. Give it 6 months. So to this point, I've done a 6 and a 10 events. Turns out you get medals for these things, so there's a shiny object that I'm aiming for. And not next Sunday, this Sunday coming, I'll be doing my first 21K run. And then in January, the full marathon will be happening. So health wasn't something that was in my values, hence why I kept yo-yo dieting, hence why I kept self-sabotaging, hence why I would eat my feelings. Now, that's not constructive, especially if you want to lose weight. And so by changing that and putting it up in my core 5, I was able to make sure that I'm making the right choices in regards to food, to what I put in my mouth, what I am also in the amounts I'm consuming, also that I'm moving daily. So things like this really are where we come, so around the values themselves, that's how we run our lives and we make decisions on different things. So my question for you guys tonight is, guys, what are your values in life? And what are your core 5? So if you were to write out your whole list, what's important to you, what is involved? Hey Joel, how are you? What is really important to you? And then from that point, out of those list of however many there may be, what are your top 5, and what is currently controlling your life, and to what direction is it? Is it going the way you want it? Are you currently getting the results that you want with the way the most important core 5 are? For example, you might want wealth as a core value, but complete freedom and ease of work, life balance, things like that, that might be more important to you. For example, so with that meaning, if you're not willing to put in the hard work and the grind, the daily grind that's required in a business, because of the freedom that you're particularly wanting, maybe that's not aligned. So my encouragement for tonight's live is write your list of values, work out, okay, what are my most important 5? What are my core 5 values? And are they currently gearing me to have the life or the goals that I want? Are they, if weight loss is a thing, is health currently in there? If wealth is something that's important for you, is that in there? If maybe relationships, having the relationships of your dreams is important to you, but it's not there, and that's why you keep attracting maybe not the right energy or the right people into your life. So things like this, I would love you to write this list out for me tonight, guys. This will be more powerful for you guys. This is probably the best thing you could do on a Wednesday night. So yeah, write this out, give it a shot. Now I'm rambling a little bit tonight. Hey Kat, how are you? So what are your values? List them all out. And then what are your core values? And if you want to get really specific into targeting points, like I said earlier in the videos, around business and career, personal growth, so in personal growth in life, business and hey Daryl, how are you? I will see you in the morning. Personal growth, what have I just said? Personal growth, business, health, and there is a couple other areas. Spiritual is one as well. I'll get a full list and actually create a document where you can opt in and grab that this week for you guys. So if you want to get really granular, and if you find that there's something currently not in your top 5 that should, like, there'd be better to be something else in there. Like if you've written your top 20, for example, and the top core 5, like there should be one that could be higher and would actually improve your life significantly. Let me know. We can change that, because the way you will structure your life is so very different, and the way you will actually create the decisions and the commitment to doing things that you actually want. So if it's weight, for example, you've been a yo-yo dieter and things just haven't worked, maybe health has not been in your core values, or maybe it is and you have a lot of away from reasoning. So I don't want to be fat, I don't want to be slow, whatever it might be for you. You know, it's really important. Yes, Christy, do this. This is going to be awesome for you. I can't wait for us to chat next week. So all these things keep playing a part into your day-to-day lives, and, you know, health, life balance, family, all these things, whatever is most important to you. How are you going, Kathy? These are all super important. Write your list tonight. This is, you know, your homework for Wednesday night. Write your list of values. What are your top 5? And really, think about it. Go, okay, so what are the top 5 that are most important to me right now? And you might find that this changes as well. So if you do come on and doing work with me and do a lot of clearing work so that you can have what you want, you may find that this changes to exactly what you're after, so that you can have the exact results that you're after as well. So that is all from me tonight. I've been talking a lot, so we're going at 17 minutes. If you're watching on the replay, I hope you have enjoyed. How is everything down under? It is hot down here, Kathy. It has been 35 degrees Celsius. I can't speak now. It is definitely warm. Hey, Maureen, how are you? So that is your homework for this evening. Enjoy it. Really have a think about it. Hey, Matt, you're going to have to watch on the replay, man. Sorry, I'm signing off. So have a think about exactly what your values are. Look at the list. Work out what are your top 5. What is most important to you? Are they current? Like, is there something missing from your top 5 that really should be there? And exactly, like, just get really specific. Like, the key to this stuff is get specific. The more specific you are, the more it will come, the more it can manifest, the more it's going to happen. So that's it for tonight. I'm almost at 20 minutes. Much love to you guys. Mwah. I'll talk to you all very soon. We'll do a live tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, so we will do a live tomorrow night. And you've had the special appearance of Maggie tonight too. So we will talk to you all soon. Have a fabulous one. Much love. Design your life. Bye.